Hey guys, I'm Nick and welcome back to the channel. Well, we have a little bit more information about Star Trek Picard Season 3 to talk about today. We have the bridge crew of the USS Titan A to talk about. Terry Matalas has just tweeted today a bit more information about each of our kind of bridge crew members. So we're going to get to learn what there is to know about the crew of the USS Titan A. Starting with the captain, Todd Stashwick, we know from the last trailer that we saw, is playing the captain of the Titan, but until now, we didn't know what his name was. And the captain of the USS Titan A is Captain Liam Shaw, obviously played by Todd Stashwick, is the human commander of the USS Titan in this new 25th century era. He is a former engineer with a long history within Starfleet, and Matalas reckons he's going to be a bit of a fan favourite. We know that Seven of Nine is the first officer of the Titan, and she obviously has been kind of promoted through the ranks pretty quickly within Starfleet to attain this role and rank. So Seven of Nine joined Starfleet following Admiral Picard's field commission in the end of Season 2 of Picard, and she was placed into an accelerated Starfleet program, possibly against her own judgment, which kind of indicates that she might not be completely comfortable in her new role aboard the Titan as the first officer. Now we get to know about some of these other bridge crew members that we saw briefly in the last trailer for Picard Season 3. First of which is the science officer, which is a Vulcan, and her name is Lieutenant Tavine, played by Stephanie Zukowski. She's a Vulcan who serves as the Titan's science officer, and several captains apparently fought to have her on their bridge, but the Titan won out. So she appears to be quite a officer in high demand within Starfleet, and interestingly, she's got no hair. We haven't seen any bald female Vulcans before, so this is an interesting stylistic choice. Next we have the Titan's tactical officer, who is Lieutenant Matthew Arliss Mura, played by Joseph Lee. And Lieutenant Mura is a Bajoran, despite his name kind of sounding somewhat human. The tactical officer has served on the new Titan for the last 3 years, and who is exactly who you want at that station when you hear, "Give them everything we've got."
Fire everything we've got!
Next, we have our Titan A communications officer, and it would appear that this officer is non-binary, and this is the character of Ensign Kova Rin Esmar, played by Jin Maley. Now, it would appear the race for Ensign Esmar is Halian, who speak 72 languages, and they graduated at the top of their class at Starfleet Academy. Now, I think we've seen a Halian a couple of times before in Star Trek. There's a Halian waiter that works on board the USS Cerritos on lower decks. We might have also seen a Halian on the Titan at the end of season 2 of Picard last year. But the most well-known Halian would probably be Aquiel from the Next Generation episode of the same name. Finally, we have the Titan's helm officer, played by Ashley Sharp Chestnut, and she's a LaForge. Ensign Sydney LaForge is the helmsperson on board the Titan A, obviously the daughter of Geordie LaForge. Sydney LaForge didn't want to build ships and be an engineer like her dad. She wanted to drive them. But apparently, LaForge's other daughter, Alandra, who is going to be played by LeVar Burton's real-life daughter, Mika, she is an engineer, or she did follow in her father's footsteps to be an engineer. So that will be interesting to see how much chip off the old block she is. Now, we'll probably see most of these characters for, a large part of Season 3 of Picard. However, I kind of don't have my hopes up too high for poor old Captain Liam Shaw. Let's face it, with Riker and Picard on board the Titan, there's kind of a bit of a case of, too many chiefs and not enough Indians. So my prediction is that poor old Captain Liam Shaw is going to either be killed or severely incapacitated in probably the first episode of Picard, leaving Picard or Riker to fill the role of captain of the Titan A for the remainder of the season. So yes, he's not going to make it too far, poor old Captain Shaw, I believe. Now, amongst other tweets recently by Terry Matalas, we had another one that's actually very interesting, and that was to do with other potential cameos we might be seeing in this season of Star Trek Picard. Even though people have sort of said, would love to see a bit of a pairing up of Janeway and Picard, Terry Matalas has confirmed that is not happening. Janeway is exclusively on Prodigy right now, not going to be in Season 3 of Picard. However, that does not necessarily mean that we aren't going to get a cameo by another ex-Voyager crewman, because Terry Matalas did tweet just today, obviously before anybody gets their hopes up, Janeway is exclusively on Star Trek Prodigy, but there are other Voyagers out there in the Alpha Quadrant. Kind of wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So we are potentially going to get a cameo from a ex-Voyager crew member apart from Seven of Nine. I think it would be good to see Harry Kim maybe in command of one of the ships that we see in that little armada that we've got, a group of ships that we see in the last trailer. We obviously see one of those is the Enterprise F. What if Tuvok, or we know Chakotay's out of the picture potentially because of what he's been up to on Prodigy, but we might see, I don't know, Tuvok or Harry Kim as the captain of one of these ships. Might be the Enterprise F, who knows, as part of this little group of ships we see in this trailer. So that'd be great to see, some ex-Voyager crew as, part of our armada there, which we see in the trailer. That's obviously going to be a big part of the season. So yeah, that's going to be a bit of a delight, I think. My hopes are up there for poor old Harry Kim to get a bit of a bump from being stuck at ensign for quite so long in Voyager. But yeah, it could be, I don't know, it could be anybody. It could be B'Elanna Torres, could be Tuvok, it could be Harry Kim, or, maybe even Tom Paris, who knows. But no doubt it's going to be a really cool season. Can't wait. Less than 2 weeks to go. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to Sci-Fanatics yet, please go ahead and do so. Don't be shy. Click on that subscribe button. Stay up to date with all the latest Star Trek news on YouTube. And guys, also leave a comment for this video. Let me know what your thoughts are about these crew members, these bridge crew members for the Titan A. Let me know your thoughts. Leave a super thanks if you're able to. Really helps the channel out, much appreciated. And also check out my merch in the merch store, where from February 4th, between February 4th and February 8th, you can pick up all of my t-shirt designs, hoodies, mugs, caps, everything, free shipping. Buy whatever you like, it'll be shipped out to you for free. So that's a great deal to take advantage of this week between February 4th and 8th. Yeah, I'll catch up with you guys next for my next video, whatever that may be. I'll see you soon. Cheers.